Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are. It's 5:09 in the morning. We have got a kayak tournament this morning, the last kayak tournament of the season. After this one, I will not get to fish another kayak tournament until the first of the new year, which is crazy, man. This year has seemed to have flown by. It just seems like yesterday that I was getting my cast off trying to go and fish my first kayak tournament of the year, and here we are literally wrapping up the season. But today's tournament's going to be fun. It's a little tournament that we call honey hole, and essentially what you get to do is you get to go to your honey hole, you get to go fishing. And so that means you pick the one place where you know you've got the most confidence, where all the big fish live, and you go try to catch all those big fish and try to beat your buddies who think they have a better honey hole than you. And so yeah, that's what we're doing today. I mean, I'll be honest, it's probably going to be tough. It's the end of August, almost September. Like literally September is like 2 days away, and I got a feeling I'm gonna be fishing against a bunch of river smallmouth dudes. And so those dudes are really hard to beat sometimes, especially this time of year, because those river smallmouth, they do a little something different than these river largemouth that I like to fish for. And so yeah, we're just gonna have to see what happens, but I'm jacked about it. I mean, I think that we do have a really good chance of getting something done. That's why I've got up good and early. I'm going to be sitting on my spot ready to go as soon as line's in. But line's in 6:30, line's out 2:30. That means we got about 8 hours to see if we can put 3 fish into the kayak, and 3 fish that are good enough to beat some people. So that's what we're going to do. I'm jacked about it. Hopefully you're jacked about it. I really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy day, your busy week, to come hang out with me and to watch this video. But without further ado, and not to waste any more of your precious time, I'm gonna shut up. We're gonna get to the lake and we're gonna get after this thing, and hopefully you guys will enjoy today's video. All right, boys, let's let her rip, Tater Chip. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Definitely not as good as that first one, but it's a fish. That's number one. All right, guys, here's number one, 13.5. Not as good as that first one. I just lost, but hey, the fish. Guys, I swear. It's just, oh, any other time I could have flopped that fish over, opened my bail, got my line stuck around the tip of my rod. I mean, done everything wrong and that fish wouldn't have came off. But when you do everything right, they come off. But what can you do with it? You know what I mean? What can you really do with it other than just keep fishing and just get her done? And that's what we're gonna keep doing here. As frustrating as that is, it's all good. I mean, we still got plenty of time. At least the fish are biting. We do have that going for us. Fish are biting. It's just, when they bite, I can't seem to freaking keep them hooked. So, it's all good though. It's all good. God, he missed it. This is that time. Get up in here. That's what I'm talking about right there, boys. And I mean, son, come here. Come here. Come here. Stop that kicking. Look at that, boys. Look at that. That's why you throw a freaking frog, son. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Come on, get another. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Shit. This is very reminiscent of my last tournament because this is exactly what happened in my last tournament. I caught a couple fish, lost a lot of fish, made a move, went and caught a couple smallmouth to fill out my limit and to cull up, and then lost a giant smallmouth. But here's the deal. Here's gonna be the difference between last tournament and this tournament. We're gonna try not to lose any more fish. I have lost a lot of fish in the past 2 kayak tournaments, and it bothers me. I don't like losing fish, but I don't know. I guess there's nothing you can really do about it other than just suck it up, buttercup, realize you're never getting them back, and just go on to the next one. And so that's what we're doing. We've loaded up and we're going on to the next one. We're gonna go check this next spot out and hopefully fill out the limit, hopefully start culling up. Because I'll be honest, unless somebody's sandbagging the crap out of us right now, which they probably are, I'm 1 or 2 good fish away from being right in it, and you never give up. So we're gonna make the move. It's 11:30 right now, line's out at 2:30, so that gives us a few hours to fish, a few hours to get something done, and a few hours to freaking go win this thing. So yeah, let's go head hunting. Let's go for the throats. You know me, I love a good tournament where I'm behind and I gotta catch up and I gotta make a move in the middle of the day. This is just like my fishing style in the kayak, moving and grooving. So yeah, see you when we get there. Well, I'm not a quitter, but I know when to say stop, and it was time to say stop. Just got off the water. It is 1:30 right now. Lines is out at 2:30, but I submitted my 2 fish that I got on the board. Never could get that 3rd one into the boat, but I'm just done. It is so freaking hot outside. It's 99 degrees right now is what my truck's reading, and it's 100% humidity, and apparently the heat dex has got it like in the low 100s. So I'm hot, I'm done, the fish aren't biting, and I'll be honest, I like screwed it up this morning and didn't capitalize on that morning bite. Didn't get the fish into the boat that I needed to, because my plan was to get those 3 that I needed into the boat early and then just load it up about 11 and head to the house. And if I was in the top 3, I would have drove back into the check-in and collected my money, but that did not happen today. Screwed up that early morning bite, screwed up my opportunity there. But yeah, it's way too hot to be out here right now. It's honestly kind of ridiculous. By the time I got my kayak loaded up and got back to the boat ramp and everything, I'm pretty sure I sweated out a mellow yellow I drank when I was like 10. I mean, it is just that freaking hot outside. But yeah, I'm gonna go get me a smoothie. I want a big old smoothie from the Smoothie King, and then we will get back to the house, and I will talk to you guys when we get back to the house and kind of break down the tournament, kind of talk about what I was throwing it on, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, see you when we get back to the house. Whew, I tell you what, boys and girls, I'm glad that one is over. I'm wore out. I mean, just plumb beat with today. It is hot. I'm sweating. It's humid. It is a classic late August day in East Tennessee today, and the fishing was no different. I ended up 9th out of 21. Well, that's what it was before they closed the standings. So I'll let you guys know at the very end what it was when I get to see it. They'll open them back up at like 4 o'clock tonight. But ended up 9th out of 21 from what I saw before it was all said and done, which for not filling out my limit, losing the fish that I did, and the way that the day kind of went, I'm honestly happy with it. I'm also kind of sad though, because it's the last tournament of the season. I don't believe that we have another tournament until first of the year, like January, February, March time frame, which, hey, it is what it is. I'll have to try to find some more kayak tournaments to fish before the end of the year, because we're just now starting to get into the good time of the year. I mean, like 2-3 more weeks, when these temperatures start to cool and these days get a little bit shorter, those fish that just bit in like that 3-hour morning window will extend all throughout the day, and you'll be able to go and do the stuff that I did to catch the fish that I did today all throughout the day and catch a bunch of fish. And that's kind of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what I was throwing it on to catch the fish, and then kind of talk about what I was looking for this morning as far as catching those fish. So what I caught one of my fish on was the Berkley Max Scent General June Bug 5-inch, throwing that on a 7-foot medium Veritas PLX 200 size Zeta reel. This is the Zeta reel, by the way. Literally the only difference between this and the green Zeta is the handle and the white paint job. So they put Zetas on the PLX combos, which is cool. Some 20-pound braid to a 10-pound main line, which actually broke off my wacky rig hook, so I didn't retie that right there at the end of the day. But that's what I caught one fish on. And then my big fish for today came on the Spro Bronze Eye 65. And honestly, that one blow up made the entire day worth it, because that was one freaking wicked blow up. That fish missed it once and then came back and absolutely stroked that thing. But I was throwing that in black, just straight black this morning. The water was really muddy, really dingy, and so I went with the June pumpkin. The June pumpkin, Dad Jim, it's that June pumpkin. The June bug and the black frog. Just so that I could contrast that darker, more muddy water really, really well. And then I had that paired up with a 7.3 heavy Veritas. This is the brand new tournament edition. This thing is wicked. If you've not checked them out, you need to. I believe they're pre-order on Tackle Warehouse right now. I'll make sure and link it down below so you guys can check it out. But honestly, this is my new favorite frog rod. They have somehow made them lighter and stronger, and they're just badass. And then I had that paired up with some 50-pound braid on my Abu Garcia STX, and as of right now, this is my absolute favorite reel that I've got from Abu Garcia. This thing is just absolutely wicked, and I love it, and it's stood up to every bit of abuse that I've put it through. So those are the two baits that I threw this morning. Got the bites on, got the most bites on the wacky rig, and lost the most fish on the wacky rig. I really don't know this morning why I lost as many fish as I did. That's kind of been my season this year. I've lost a lot of really key fish all throughout my kayak season this year. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is or what's going on, or just, you know, it's a bunch of different factors. The first big one I lost this year was like the first tournament. I had a hook break, and then the other few, it was like, you know, hooks bent out, or I just got them in a weird position or something like that. But they're gone now. There's nothing you can do about it. But that is how my season's gone, is losing a bunch of fish. But that's what I caught the couple fish on that I caught today. And really what I was capitalizing on, and really what the plan was going in, was I knew I would have a bite window. And right now, this time of year, dead heat of the late summer going into the fall, you know, that August, September time frame when it's still really hot outside and you still got summer temperatures, but we're starting to get some of those fall kind of movements, is what'll happen is that bite window is really, really short. So from daylight until like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning is your bite window, and you've got to capitalize on getting all your bites within that bite window. Now, that's not to say that you can't catch fish other parts of the day. you can. It's just that the most bites and the most quality bites are going to come within that bite window. And so really, if I'd have capitalized on all the bites that I got this morning in that bite window, then I'd have been able to put together probably a winning limit, if not a top 3 limit, and just unfortunately missed those fish and didn't get them into the boat. And like I said, ain't nothing we can do about that now. But that's the biggest piece of advice that I can give you this time of year, is get up early or stay out late. You either got to fish all night or fish from the crack of dawn until about 9, 10 o'clock and then be done. And honestly, that's what I should have done. I made that move at the end of the day just to go see if I could get that 3rd fish, because I don't like just quitting. But I knew that about 11 o'clock it was done. Like, that was like nail in the coffin, done. And it's just the time of year that we're fishing, this late August heat, this late August sun. Just like us, the bass don't want to be out in it, and so they hole up in the grass, or they hole up in a nice little shady pocket, and they just sit there and don't do a whole lot. But yeah, that was the tournament. We're done with the season. I want to find some more kayak tournaments to fish in, because like I said, we're just getting to the good part of the season when we're going to catch a lot of fish, and I want to fish some more kayak tournaments. But as always, thank you for watching. Questions or comments, you know where to go leave them. Also, go down in the description. I'll have everything linked that I used in today's video, including my net, including my board, including all this stuff, my Plano boxes, all that kind of stuff linked down below. But as always, you guys are sweet. Thank you for watching.